Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shadows Beneath, and today we're going to be taking a look at is Guild Wars 2 still worth buying? Guild Wars 2, the best-selling MMO of its genre. Guild Wars 2 has come out in the years of 2012, following the first of its own, Guild Wars. Guild Wars has been developed by ANET and distributed by NCSoft. At the release of the game on the 20th of August 2012, ANET was surprised to see how many games they had sold in the first couple of weeks. After 2 weeks of being released, the game had already broke the expectation of the developer, with a total of 2 million copies sold. 3 years after the game launch, in the month of August 2015, the game had a total of over 5 million copies. But now you're asking, what is all those numbers for? Where I'm going with those stats is the following. That even though the game has been out for over 4 years, going on its 5th year, Guild Wars 2 has still a place in people's heart. The graphic of the game may be 4-year old, but yet able to compete against other of its own. ANET recently released the first DLC, Heart of Thorn, in late 2015, beginning 2016. Not only did they come out with new content, but also about expanding their player base. They decided to launch the game free-to-play to public. On the other side, the game will be limited for the free-to-play users at first, until they reach further levels. The reason why the game is still popular among MMO players is because the game never gets old. It has so much to offer that you can't even get fed up of its content. You don't feel like doing the story of the game? There's PvP. You don't want to play PvP? There's World vs. World. You don't want to play World vs. World? There's dungeons. You don't want to do dungeons? There's world bosses. Don't feel like doing world bosses? You work on your achievement. I could go on and on about how many things the game has to offer. The character creation and optimization is also one of its own. Even though it has been years since launch, the amount of customization available to you is plenty to compete. It is very similar to the new game of the year 2017. The choice of armor, skin, facial design, body transformation, without even forgetting the dye color. Not only can you customize your character, you can also customize your story based on whatever you pick. In-game, you can also customize the miniatures, the mail system, and since Heart of Thorn came out, the gliders. The game mechanics are also one of its own. Guild Wars 2 was designed and created to distinguish themselves to another game in its own genre. The questing is also not a chore. Every quest are different and requires you to do different events, such as helping down, bringing food to people, and of course, with Bunny pushing you down to take their food back away from you. If that isn't one quest itself to bring you to the game, I don't know what else will. The game isn't only based on killing, but based on respect and helping each other out. Even the looting that you get from killing monsters and world bosses are splitted among hundreds of people that actually participated in the event. Not just the one person. Unlike, for example, World of Warcraft, which I'm not trying to hate on the game, is basically based as first one come, first one served. You get there first, you kill the boss, your loot is yours, and not to anyone else, even though there was 1,000 of people that helped you. I want to focus my last point on the community that Guild Wars has been created over the past 4 years and before when Guild Wars 1 was created. In my personal opinion, after playing for over 4 years of Guild Wars 2 since launch, I've never seen a better community like Guild Wars 2. People that play Guild Wars 2 are the most friendliest you can find. You need help, simply ask in the chat and at least 10 people minimum will show up and be there to help you in no time. Need some supply? Need some material? People will help you out and they will give you some. The community help each other out, and that's how it's been surviving since the launch. I was crafting my first ever legendary, and the people that I've met was helping me so much. They must have gave me over 600 gold worth of materials and other component that I was missing. If you don't know the currency in Guild Wars 2, 600 gold is worth around 50 USD. To be honest with you guys, I don't think I'll ever be able to find another game that won't have any hatred and having a friendly conversation every day other than in this game. These were my reason why Guild Wars 2 is still worth playing in 2017 and is definitely a game you have to try. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that I made you change your mind or even introduce you to a great game such as Guild Wars 2. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you didn't, well, there's the red one. If you want to follow my adventure, don't forget to subscribe for my future content and tutorials coming up. I hope everyone will have a nice day. You guys are awesome, and stay awesome.
I'm a need so I can do this train.